I know I hurt you and I made you cry. Oh, hi Mark. Welcome to another episode of It's All About Music. I'm Chris Norwood, your host, and I'm on a journey to hear every song ever recorded. And in my journey through the musical landscape, I have listened to every song by U2, famous rock band that have made a cajillion dollars, right? We've got 14 studio albums and so much music, it's unbelievable. So this is going to take me a little bit of time to get through ranking the studio albums by these guys. Always, we're going to start with the worst and work our way up to the top. Let's just jump into it. There's 14 records here, and I do have a bonus track at the end if you want to stick around for the physical media that I have by famous rock band U2. Coming in at the bottom, the worst U2 album is going to be Pop. And let's just take a look. This had a lot of singles released off of it. Weird song titles. But yeah, there's just nothing here. Nothing here I'm jiving with on U2's Pop. Just not a lot here for me personally. Coming in next is going to be a later era album with Songs of Experience. Yeah. Me this one right here. And this is a, this is a 2017 was when this came out. It had the singles. Wow, there's just so much information to unpack. You're the Best Thing About Me, Get Out of Your Own Way, Love is Bigger Than Anything in Its Way, and Summer of Love. These song titles are just clunky. So for me, between these dual records that sort of were intertwined with each other, the earlier Song of Innocence is going to be better. With The Miracle of Joey Ramone, Every Breaking Wave, and Song for Someone. As far as the deep cuts, again, just not a whole lot of here that's substance for me. Not a whole lot of here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Good. Coming in, and this is going to be a controversial pick for sure. Coming in so low in my ranking, Boy. Let's see what's on here. So, I will follow. So, I do enjoy some of this record, but there's just not what I would come to enjoy from this band. I promise you guys, we're going to get into the ones that I really love. There are a whole bunch of U2 records that I love, but it's not Pop, it's not Songs of Stuff, and it's not Boy. I'm just not digging those records a whole lot. Coming in next is going to be a 90s record. Their worst 90s record, in my opinion, is going to be 93's Zooropa, with that atrocious album art and some songs to go along with it. What is this? I do really enjoy the Wonder cover with Johnny Cash as a guest. That was really nice. But nothing else on your Zooropa really hooked me at all. I had one. So Zooropa kind of had one decent tune out of the bunch. And let's move on to bigger and better U2 records. We're going to be going to... what do we got next? Is going to be October. U2, October. This one, let's see, came out in 81. October of 81. Fire. Now there's Gloria, Fire, and October. These are some better U2 singles on this one for sure. Things are getting exciting on October. Coming in next is going to be another 80s record, The Unforgettable Fire. I believe I did get this one at the library at one point to add it to my collection. And this has Pride in the Name of Love, The Unforgettable Fire, the title track, and a lot of really good stuff. So this is where I'm starting to get excited about U2 in my ranking. So, you know, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 albums that just weren't that great. And The Unforgettable Fire is starting to kick things up into high gear for me on my ranking the studio albums by U2. Let's keep on moving on to a 2009 record. What's it going to be, folks? What's it going to be? No Line on the Horizon. The most boring album cover since Metallica's The Black Album. What in the world? Title track is pretty good. Magnificent. Moment of Surrender is one of my favorite YouTube songs ever. I'll go crazy if I don't go crazy tonight. I don't like Get On Your Boots. But a lot of this album is pretty darn listenable. Actually, really enjoy No Line on the Horizon, despite it having one of the worst covers of all records. Coming in next is going to be War. War, what it is a good for. 1983 has Sunday Bloody Sunday, New Year's Day, and just some really great music on there. That is 1983's War. Coming in next, now this one I believe I did get. I had a physical copy from the library of this one as well. It's going to be a kind of an odd title. 1991 Adjunct Baby. This is going to be, this has Mysterious Ways, One, Even Better Than the Real Thing, and Who's Gonna Ride Your Wild Horses. Even some of the deep cuts on this thing are pretty darn good. Yeah, I really I'm digging this album a lot. Adjunct Baby, pretty darn good. One of my favorite albums with a German title. Coming in next is going to be an 87 record with The Joshua Tree. And this one had some amazing stuff on it. Amazing stuff. Where the Streets Have No Name. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. With or Without You, Bullet the Blue Sky. Every song on here was a single almost. It was crazy. Yeah, so just gorgeous, gorgeous record in The Joshua Tree. Really, really great. Really, really great. But there are 3 YouTube records. YouTube, excuse me, YouTube, for saying YouTube instead of YouTube. There are 3 more YouTube records, and we're about to get in them now. What are your top 3 YouTube records? What's your ranking? There's a lot of them to do. You can do it in the comments. I believe in you. All 14 of them. I think I have an interesting pick for my number 1. I think you guys are going to be really blown away, or really shocked and surprised. I have 2 2000s records, and then I have an 80s record in my top 3. So coming in next is going to be 2000s. All That You Can't Leave Behind. Not a good album cover. They're like standing in an airport. Just really lame colors, really boring and bland. But the songs, Beautiful Day, Stuck in a Moment That You Can't Get Out of, Elevation, Walk On, Walk On. Walk On is a real highlight from their entire career. So yeah, I gotta say, All That You Can't Leave Behind, really, really just from beginning to end, it's a really good album. Not perfect. There are some weaker spots on that record, but you know, about half of it is pretty darn good. Same thing, but a little bit better is going to be 2004. Oh man, this one, I love it. Everything about 2003 and 2004 rock and roll was perfect. And man, there's nothing like this record right here. How to Dismantle an Atom Bomb. This record had the power to do that. Vertigo, Miracle Drug, Sometimes You Can't Make It on Your Own was a song written about his father, I believe. The City of Blinding Lights, All Because of You, A Man and a Woman, One Step Closer, Origin of the Species, Yahweh. This thing is almost perfect. It's one of the best U2 records of all time, in my opinion. I know that's crazy compared to that 80s output that everybody just freaks out about. But for me, the early 2000s were just a better period for U2, in my personal opinion. And I think my number one pick is going to freak you guys out. I think it's really going to blow your mind when we get to it. It's an 80s record, so you guys can be happy about that it's an 80s record. But I think it's going to be the most unusual top pick for a YouTube record of all time. Really cool cover. I really love this. Rattle and Hum, people. Rattle and Hum. It initially bothered me that it was a combination live and studio. Really unusual situation. I believe ZZ Top had some albums like that, and some other bands have done it. But it's just kind of odd to me. I just don't really, I don't understand it. But when I started listening to this thing, I was absolutely blown away. I love most of this record. Helter Skelter, Desire, Hawk Moon 269, All Along the Watchtower. Oh my God! I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Is even better than the studio version. Silver and Gold, Pride in the Name of Love, Angel of Harlem, Love, Rescue Me When Love Comes to Town, God Part 2, Heartland, The Star Spangled Banner, Bullet, The Blue Sky, and All I Want Is You. There's the DVD of the whole thing. Man, I gotta say, this is one of the absolute best live albums I've ever heard. Aside from Green Day's Bullet in a Bible. Yeah, this is up there. This is insanity. This is the greatest. It's definitely the greatest live / studio version album I've ever heard. So yeah, Rattle and Hum. Do you guys like that one? Is that not the greatest rock and roll live album of all time? Let me know in the comments what you think. If you're still sticking around at the end of the video, thank you so much. Like and subscribe. And I got a bonus track here for you guys. This is the only physical media I have by U2. And this is a really great greatest hits collection from 2006. And I bought this because I'm a huge Green Day nerd. And Green Day are featured on here. It's a U2 and Green Day. The Saints are coming. But this has some real amazing stuff. So many of their biggest hits. Beautiful Day. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. Pride in the Name of Love. With or Without You. Vertigo. New Year's Day. Mysterious Ways. Stuck in a Moment You Can't Get Out Of. Where the Streets Have No Name. Sweetest Thing. Sunday Bloody Sunday. Sweetest Thing is one of my least favorite singles by them. One, Desire, Walk On. Walk On is one of my favorites. Elevation, Sometimes You Can't Make It on Your Own. The Saints Are Coming, U2 and Green Day. And then the new song from U2 alone, "Window in the Skies." It's that good. Oh my gosh. Beautiful song. Beautiful song. Let's just take a look. Oh, the CD's actually in here. Awesome. U2 18. 18 singles. Really great collection. Really smells good. Really clean lyrics that you can read. Some really great pictures. You got the release date, where the song was recorded, all kinds of stuff. Really great images of the band, who produced it, who engineered it, who mixed it. Little pictures from the videos. All of this can be yours. Pictures, more pictures from the videos. Oh man. Oh man, there's a good one of Bono. Oh, Abbey Road. Oh, that's why "Window in the Skies" is so good. Oh, that's why "Saints Are Coming" are so good. The "Saints Are Coming" was written by a little band, really great band too. So it's a cover. The Skids. Anyway, the Saints Are Coming. This is the best version, aside from the live version that U2 and Green Day did at a Super Bowl. New Orleans, I think it was, it was right after Katrina, and really great stuff going on back then. This is one of my favorite songs of all time, the cover version from U2 and Green Day. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Superdome. Yeah, it's great. I cried to my daddy on the telephone. How long now? A drowning sorrow floods the deepest grief. How long now? Oh man, it doesn't say who it's written by. That's kind of weird. Maybe somewhere. All titles written by U2, except "The Saints Are Coming," written by Richard Jobson and Stuart Adamson. It doesn't say the band. Anyway, Green Day appears courtesy of Reprise Records. There's a nice older picture. Join Amnesty International, join Greenpeace, help beat the poverty in Africa. Lots of good stuff, lots of positivity. I'm now a member of U2. Yeah, really great collection. If you love U2, you love rock and roll, check this out. I don't know if it's on streaming platforms or not. This is a really well put together greatest hits, and I am usually very critical. I am always very critical of greatest hits, but this is a good one. This is a really good one. Definitely some of the best picks of the whole career. Up until 2006. That's a really awesome greatest hits. U2, one of the biggest bands ever. They're one of my favorites. They're not my favorite, but I mean, doing a song with Green Day gets them a little bit up there in my book. So like and subscribe.